Hey cousins, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Chrissy Pips. Listen, happy 101 Wednesday. I guess we'll be using 101 Wednesdays as our special request day. Now, in today's video, we will cover how to buy Polka Dot on the Kraken exchange. Now, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Comment below. I love reading you guys' questions, getting feedback, and just sharing information with the community. And share on social media if you think other people can get some value from the content, okay? And also don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on what's next. But as always, if you're here, you're interested, so let's get into it. Now, first things first, if you haven't already created an account, go ahead and do that for me. It's a simple process, just like creating an account for any other website. It's going to ask you for your email to create a username and password. If you're in the United States, what state you live in. It's going to ask you what country you live in. And then you're going to create your account. Now, on this little screen, you see where it says, how can I enable two-factor authentication? Okay, you want to do this at the very beginning. Set up two-factor authentication on this account. Most of my team uses the Google Authenticator app to do this. I love the Authenticator app because it literally has 6-digit codes for the websites that you connected to, and those 6-digit codes change every 45 seconds. So in order for somebody to get onto this exchange where you do not have your private keys, because they don't give them to you, they would need your phone and to access the Authenticator app on your phone in order to log in. This particular website asks you for your username and password, and then if you have two-factor FA on, the next thing it asks you for is that code. This helps to keep your coins safe because, again, you do not have private keys here. So you want to set this up at the very beginning, okay? Now, when you create your account, it starts you out with the starter account. It has the lowest limits. It gives you some pretty significant limits, though. For me personally, I haven't exceeded the $5,000, but I actually don't take out coins from in this exchange, okay? But setting this up is the next thing that you need to do. This is where it gets into some more private information. It's going to ask you for a picture of your ID, your full name, your address, phone number, and things like that. So go ahead and do this part as well. This, I think, took me about 48 hours to get this part verified from the people who work at the Kraken exchange, okay? So you want to set this up after you've created the account and set up two-factor authentication. This is your next step. So this is step 3. Now that we have everything set up, we need to fund the account. So go ahead at the top here, click on funding, and it's going to show you your deposit and withdrawal limits and things like that. Depending upon the type of account you have set up, you'll see all of that here. So remember, it starts you out with the starter. It lets you know right here what level of verification that you've already done. Now, inside of the Kraken exchange, you can fund this account with fiat currency. So Canadian dollars, US dollars, euros, right? You can also fund it with cryptocurrency. Myself and my team have found that funding it with cryptocurrency is a lot easier. Definitely a straight through process because we're already used to moving money between exchanges from like Kraken to Exodus. So the process is the same. So it's a little bit different when you start using bank accounts and things like that. So my suggestion would be for funding your Kraken account to use Bitcoin or one of the coins that's available here that you're comfortable with using, okay? Now, if you do choose to fund your account with fiat currency, you will need to move to the intermediate level and add in that additional verification steps It's a little bit of a longer process, but that's only if you want to use fiat currency, okay? So fiat, again, is like US dollars, Canadian dollars, euros, okay? So there's a little button right here that says show all assets. This shows you all of the different things that you can use to fund this account, okay? So if you keep scrolling, it's a lot of different options here for currencies that you can use to fund your account. Like I said, me personally, my team and I, we just use Bitcoin. It's easier to us, okay? Now, I am not going to cover how to deposit funds using fiat currency, again, because we use Bitcoin on my team. But if you do choose to use fiat currency, just remember that you cannot withdraw for 72 hours, okay? So let's go back here. So on this website, let me point out that Bitcoin is not BTC. It is XBT. Okay, it's the exact same thing as BTC. It's just wrapped here for this site. So don't be confused by the XBT looking for BTC, because they're the same thing. Okay. So for now, let's just click the little deposit button for Bitcoin. Okay. Now, every time one of these little screens pops up, I urge you to take your time and read through the screens, okay? Now, it does say here that you can create more than 5 addresses. I would not suggest doing that. You literally only need to do one at a time. Now, with these, they do expire over time, which is why I say use one at a time. Unless you're trading very large volumes and things like that on different days, then you might need to make multiples, but I would not suggest it, okay? Now, inside of here, what you want to remember is that expiration date, okay? If you use multiples, just remember that, okay? Now, I'm moving right along. Yes, I acknowledge. Now, it's going to give you addresses here to deposit. What you do is use the address. You can copy the little code, put it into the wallet that you're transferring your Bitcoin from as the receiver, and then go ahead and send it over. This is not a quick process. Yes, there are fees associated with doing this. Okay? So, just like any normal exchange, if you're moving Bitcoin, you're going to send over, let's say, $100 in Bitcoin. You're only going to receive something under $100. I'm not going to get into numbers, but you're going to receive something less than $100 because of the network fee that you have to pay. Okay? It's the same. Like I said, I'm not going to go over fiat, but it's the same with fiat. But in addition to that, you are subject to any daily withdrawal or deposit limits that the banks or whatever like form of transferring the currency into the exchange, whatever limitations they have, you're subject to inside of what Kraken's limitations are. So that is, again, why I don't suggest using fiat. Okay. So after your account is funded, up here at the top where it says available balance, you're going to see a number and then XBT. Now, what I do, okay, the steps that I take is inside of my Exodus wallet, because that's typically where it's coming from. I'll put this number in there so I can see the exact US dollar amount, okay? I want to see how much it is. And then I'll use something like CoinGecko to look up the coin that I'm buying, so that I can figure out how many of the coins I would like to buy based off of how much currency I currently have in the wallet. Okay. Now, after that, let's go over to trade. So make sure the trade tab is highlighted, and you're going to want to click on this little market drop down here. Okay. Once you select it, this pops up. You can put it on all and see everything that's ETH pairs, Bitcoin pairs, Litecoin, whatever you're using. But we're going to stick up here to Bitcoin. and find what it is that you're looking for this way, okay? Now in here, if you don't see dot, type in dot. It comes up as Polka Dot first, okay? So we're going to use Polka Dot and Bitcoin. So you would select the Polka Dot and Bitcoin pairing, okay? So now where it says market up here at the top, it says Polka Dot and Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin is XBT. Okay, next you want to go down here and make sure that you have selected buy. Make sure it's green. The next thing you want to do is click on market. Make sure that market right here is gray. Okay. Okay, so now we have to play with the numbers. So if we're buying Polka Dot, let's take a look to see how much Polka Dot is. So go over to CoinGecko, type in Polka Dot in the search box. Currently it's saying that Polka Dot is $34.91. So now just figure out how much of the money from Bitcoin that you transfer over to Kraken that you would like to use to purchase Polka Dot. Okay, so if it's $34.91, you want to multiply that by the number of coins that you would like to buy. So let's go back over it. Let's say we want to buy 5 Polka Dots. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab our handy dandy calculator if you would like, and remember dot is $34.95. You want to multiply that by 5. That means you're going to be spending $174.75 to buy 5. So you need to make sure you have that plus a little bit for the fees inside of your XBT balance. Okay, so you need to have at least 174 to buy 5 of these. Okay, and remember, we use the exchange wallet, the Exodus exchange wallet, to see exactly how much Bitcoin we have, because this doesn't give us, like this little balance up here doesn't give us our Bitcoin balance in dollars. It gives it to us in Bitcoin format. Okay, so you see when we typed in 5 dot, it gave us the balance of 0.00344. That's how much Bitcoin we need in order to cover the cost, okay? After you've made sure that this information matches, you have the amount of Bitcoin to cover it, you just click buy dot, okay? Once you click buy dot, you're going to get to a screen that looks like this. It says order details. Just confirm it and then click submit order. Once you submit the order, you get an order successfully created little bubble to show you your order number. You guys know these order numbers can be tracked on blockchain. So this is the link that you would be able to use to track it if you would like. Now, once you've submitted everything, you can go to your orders to see everything here. Now for the fun part, the extra special bonus, right? You guys wanted to know how to stake. So after your transaction says close, that means it's complete. Go up to the top right here and click on staking. Okay. Now go ahead and click plus stake, and it's going to ask you how much of what you want to stake. So you hit 25, 50, 75 max. You type it in manually. You do that right here in this little box. Then the ability to click stake down here at the bottom will show up. It'll become like less grayed out, so you can click it to complete the transaction for your staking. Now remember that when we're staking Polka Dot on the Kraken exchange, we're getting 12%. Okay, so I always choose max because why not, right? So listen, after you figured out what the amount is that you would like to stake, maybe you want to do the thing with Kusama, right? And you need a KSM left out. Okay, so maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you did this with Kusama instead of Polka Dot. But once you figure it out, go ahead and click the stake button and you're all set. Your rewards show up for you every few days. Okay, so let's take a look below. So down here, you see the rewards came in on the 23rd, 22nd, 19th, 18th, 16th, 15th, right? The rewards are literally every couple days from that 12% that you're gaining. So all in all, this is a pretty straightforward process. The hardest part is just waiting for the Bitcoin transaction to complete after you've done verification. So I say those are the two hardest things, is verification, just waiting, and waiting for your Bitcoin transaction to be complete. Okay? If I sound sleepy, it's because I am. It is 1:30 in the morning, and I decided to make this video so that I could edit it tomorrow. So you guys can get it on time. I want to make sure that this video gets out early because quite a few of you asked for it. Now listen, this was a very straightforward process. Take the time, pause the video if you need to. Make sure that you're following me on socials, you're commenting below. I respond to every comment that I get for these videos. But make sure that you're following me on these social medias because I like hearing from you guys. Like, I like sharing information in the community, and I like knowing what you want. This entire YouTube channel was put together for my team and making sure that my team has all of the videos that they need. But as our community grows, because there are a lot more subscribers than there are members of my team, which I do hope to change. But, listen, I want you guys to comment on the videos. Let me know what you think. Let me know what some of the other exchanges or ideas, videos that you would like to see. And if we get enough of a request, I'll definitely go ahead and get the content done for you. And just in case you guys do ask about staking Ethereum on here, we don't do that here. So don't ask me because I'm just going to tell you we don't do that here. Okay? If you want to know why, please do the research and find out why. I'll tell you the short answer is that it has to stay here too long and I don't want it to. Okay? Oh, wait. So, my team and I are doing a one-time free training. Okay? This is going to be a 2-hour-long training. And we're giving away like everything. We're giving away some of our strategy. We're showing you guys how compounding works, how you can maximize your dollars by compounding your accounts. Because remember, my team doesn't only trade forex, but we trade forex and crypto. We also build portfolios. We have silver that we're getting into. So our team does a little bit of everything. And we really want people to understand that you don't have to come into the trading space with a $10,000 account to make good money. We show you how to do it in this training, and it's only going to be done once. We've put a lot of time and effort into getting the content together for you guys. We want to share the information. So I will leave a registration link in this video. If you would like to join us in this one-time free training, go ahead and register so that you can save your seat. You know how you pay for Zoom and you only pay for so many seats inside of your Zoom links? That's what's going on here. I'm not paying for the big one unless we need to. So I need people to register to see if I need to pay for the bigger Zoom. Okay? But yeah, that's going to wrap us up here. I hope to see you guys on that training because I don't want anybody to feel left out in this space. And the biggest thing that helped me become successful was having mentorship and being part of the community that I am in. So I would like for you guys to take a deeper dive into that if you're interested and join us on this call. Okay, so it's happening on Thursday, so tomorrow, okay, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead and register. Let me know that you're interested in diving deeper into what we do. We're here to help you, and it's more than just me. There are hundreds of people like me who want to see everybody succeed. So go ahead and register for the class. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.